Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another Etheria restart video. So this is gonna be EP 3 of RTA. So let's just go straight into it. So these were the games that I had last night. They were pretty good actually. So I got I think 8 wins and 5 losses yesterday. So not bad at all. So let's just start off with this one. So I realized after the first couple days, I needed to start banning Doki because I just kept losing to Doki. Like if anyone had a Doki and that Doki got a turn, I just instantly lost. So I'm changing my pre-ban from Aya to Doki because Aya only cleanses one debuff, right? But Doki, if she gets a turn, especially with Alicorn, she's gonna get a turn most likely, and she just cleanses the whole team, and then you just lose. Okay. So for yesterday, I started using Mari a lot again because I have her on Codex, so she can petrify twice, and she's dark type, so there's no like elemental disadvantage or anything, so that she has lower chance to CC. And I also have her on Bulwer. Okay, so this is a pretty standard game. He bans Messiah, which is rare. I don't really see many Messiah bans anymore. But the usual Plume, Mio, Freya, Heinrich for the extra strip, and then Mio here instead of Nivette, just because mine has Codex. And then he just has a normal team here. He has a Hellkid here. I've heard some good things about Hellkid recently, but for the sake of winning, I banned it because I didn't want to deal with it. And I think his Lillian was pretty squishy too. So let's watch this game. Yeah, so Lillian pretty squishy here. Not really too much to talk about. Just petrify everybody and nuke the Lilium, and that's pretty much GG. So I push them back so that I can get Freya up again instead of freezing them. That way I can cut the Lilium, which you guys will see. See, I cut the Lilium again, and then my Freya Jackal is able to hit her, and then Plume cuts her again, and then that's it. Pretty much Lilium is dead. Now I can slowly take my time and kill the Raymary, and then the rest is GG. So Lilium isn't the worst thing against CC, because especially if she's squishy, a lot of people run her squishy and full damage now, which I recommend anyway. There's no point running her on Bloodbath anymore. You can kill her pretty easily with Jackal. Like one Jackal and like one Plume ult and stuff like that, and then she's pretty much dead. And I'm about to kill the Raymary here, and that should be GG. And Jackal, very nice. I think I made a small mistake here. I think I should have just kept hitting Raymary instead of hitting the others, but it is what it is. It's the one. Quick game there. The next game that I won yesterday, I lost like a couple as well, but the games yesterday were actually overall pretty good. So this golf guy. So I started picking mass more as well. So what happened here is the usual, right? First strike, I have Plume, so he's going to pick Raymary and Lily. So now that I see he picked Lily, that means he most likely wants to speed contest, you know? Because he picks Lily. So I still pick Mio, but then I'm worried that he might try to cleave me, right? He might try to cleave me, so I take Messiah, lock Messiah here. He decides to lock Bayo and then Nivette. So he's going CC, right? The CC route with the Raymary to cleave. So Bayo, whatever. So I pick Suki, right? My next fastest pusher to push Messiah up and just one-shot nuke the whole team. And then I also picked Lilium here because I see Nivette, and Lilium counters CC if I can survive that long. So then he picks Aya, right? So Aya is not that big of a threat anymore after this season, especially because now Doki Doki's buffed, like, for no reason. She's super duper strong now. The best cleanser in the entire game, pretty much. And so he decides to ban my Suki because if my Messiah gets a turn, that's GG's. And then I decide to ban his Raymare because if I make a mistake or I accidentally kill somebody with Messiah, then Raymare will go. And looking at this, he doesn't really have any damage here, like pretty much at all. So let's watch this game. So I'm on the other side, right? His Aya goes up. So I ended up S1ing with Plume. If you guys don't know, if you S1 with Plume, you have only a 10% chance for Reaper to resist. So I lost that 10% chance, right? And she pulled everybody up. But more or less, Lilium got to go here, and he wasn't able to kill my Messiah. I don't know why he didn't kill Messiah there. I think I mean, he killed Messiah anyway, but he doesn't have any damage against Lilium. Literally, 0 damage against Lilium here. Navette is dead. I nuked the Bayo, so he can't revive the Navette, and that's pretty much GG's. So Lilium was a really good pick here. I think he lost right in the beginning anyway, because it's either you ban Lilium, and then Suki gets a turn, brings up Messiah and the CG, or you ban Suki, and then Lilium gets to do exactly what she just did. Next game against Troy here. So I got a Santa game here. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. But it seems like this guy only has CC built, because even though I locked Lilium here, okay, even though I locked Lilium here, it seemed like he literally did not have anything else to run. Like, this is his only characters that are built, just all in CC, and that's pretty much GG. I also picked Santic just to use him at the very end there. But as you can see, nobody's on Bulwark or anything at all, and yeah, I felt kind of bad bullying him here. So I killed the Lilith, right? Because she has the most HP. Everybody's frozen. That's pretty much it. Yep. Next game against Golf again. So this one, let me try to remember. So he picks Ray first. So I always pick Plume, right? Always pick Plume first if you're a turn 1 CC player. And then he also, okay, so he first strike this, and then I wasn't sure like what he was gonna play. Okay, I had no idea what he was gonna play, but I did notice that he banned Freya. Usually what happens when you ban Freya is that you want to, you're fast, you're pretty fast, but you don't want the opponent to cheat speed, right? Because Freya cheats the speed. So I kept that in mind, and I was like, okay, wait. So let me pick my next fastest character, Lily, which I did, and then he proceeds to pick Lilium and locks Bayo. So now I see he wants Lilium because he knows we literally just played like 2 games ago. So he knows that I like playing CC. So he steals Lilium first. Cool. But then how do I deal with Lilium? I just one-shot her with Messiah on lock here. And I pick Mio again, who is one of my fastest characters as well. Because this is still potentially at this point where he has 3 picks, it's still potentially a speed contest. So then I pick my next fastest character, and then he goes Sylph and Sanya. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I picked Suki just to push Messiah with an extra attack buff as well. And so the only character that's a real threat out of these 5, of course, Raymary, because she'll just nuke my entire team. And he decides to ban my Plume, and pretty much that's it, because there's nobody on this team that's faster than my team. Messiah gets 1 turn, and that's pretty much GG here. So I think already in the draft, I have already won this game. So I bring up Messiah, I push back everybody, because I don't like risking the CC, right? I don't like risking CC, especially when it's guaranteed. I CC'd there, and as you guys can see, it did not CC anybody, but Messiah was next anyway. This guy didn't give up just yet, but he literally can't do anything. I just nuke him again. Messiah gets his S3 again because Lily S3. Yep, and that's pretty much it. And he gave up. Okay, that's the game with Golfs. Any good games that I lost? This I just missed the CC. This was a good game. This was a good game. So looking at my draft, I'm a turn 1 player, okay, guys? I just want to keep in mind I am a turn 1 player. The Ting is on Jackal, and Alicorn, okay? So how did this work here? This guy, he beat me earlier in the RTA session. So he first strike, he picked Raymary, so of course I pick Plume. And I also noticed he banned Tiamat, right? He banned Tiamat. Usually if you ban Tiamat, you're a turn 1 player. So I decided to take Freya here, because if he's a turn 1 player, I need Freya, right? Usually if you have Freya, you will win as the turn 1 player if it's a turn 1 versus turn 1. And then he decides to steal Mio and lock Lily. Okay, so now it's a speed contest, right? Freya, Lily, Mio. Okay, and then I decided, wait a minute, I have the Ting. Okay, wait a minute. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, then I picked these 2. So then I decided to pick the Ting, because I have a stripper, right? So I have Plume already. He doesn't have a stripper, and my Ting is on Bulwark. And I also pick Lowen to deal with the Raymary, because Lowen is also on Bulwark. I really recommend these two characters on Bulwark, okay, guys? These two characters as a turn 1 player, I'm playing them both as turn 1, okay? And then I see him pick Nahor and Lilium. Okay, so this means that he doesn't want me to CC, right? He doesn't want me to CC if he picks Lilium. And Nahor, you know, it is what it is because I have 2 Bulwark, but he can only freeze one of them, right? But I ended up deciding that he's the biggest threat, even though I picked Santic here as my 5th pick. I still decided he was the biggest threat because Mio cannot push back, right? If Mio freezes, okay, these 2 are on Bulwark, doesn't matter. And Nahor can strip, right? So Nahor could strip one of these 2 and then freeze them, and then Raymary pretty much gets to run wild for free, you know? So Nahor is definitely the biggest threat to me here. And then I also had Santic, kind of like a backup against like Mio freeze and stuff like that. So let's watch this game. I'm honestly really liking the new characters, the Ting, Lowen, and Santic, honestly. I would use Santic more if it had more lattices, but I'm saving for my Mia and Nahor, who both I will be summoning for later tonight. So he S3s here. I think he forgot that the Ting is on the field, so his S3 doesn't really do anything. But pretty much once the Ting gets his S3 up, you're kind of unkillable right here. He couldn't kill my Lilium. I mean, his Lilium could not kill my Lowen because of the Ting buff and weakness and all that stuff. Santic, I want the 50-50 to go again. And at this point, it doesn't matter if Raymary has Amber or not, because Lowen just locks her down pretty hard here. So Santic manages to cleanse himself. Lowen nuke on the Amber Raymary, and that's GG's. Very, very good drafting. I was honestly playing very well yesterday. I was really thinking, really quiet. That's the thing. If you guys are on like watching my stream and you hear me playing RTA and I'm talking a lot, that means I'm not locked in. But when my chat knows when I'm quiet, when I don't say a single word, that's when I'm locked in and I'm really focused. Okay, so this next game here against Marin, so he bans Raymary, and I pick Plume first, of course. So he realizes that this might be a speed contest, so he picks Mio and Lily, okay? So then, okay, Mio, Lily, speed contest. Obviously, you lock the Freya. So I decided to pick Mari first. Why did I pick Mari first? Because my Mari's on Bulwark, okay? And then I decided speed contest right here with Freya. He decides to pick Heinrich and Lilium to counter CC, right? But remember, Liliums are pretty weak. So you can jackal them pretty easily. So what did I decide to do? I decided to pick Nivette. So one more layer of CC, right? So I could CC maybe the Lily, right? Because Freya might push these guys up. And then I decided to pick Messiah at the end here because that's how I plan on dealing with Lilium from now on. Just using Messiah. If they force ban her, if they force ban the BBC Messiah, then I get everybody else and I just push and lap them a couple times and Lilium dies anyway. Or I just do one big ass nuke with the BBC here and nuke him up. Okay, my BBC is recovering, guys. He's recovering from ED. He's no longer limp, very active now. I try to use him like a couple times every single night. And then he decides to pick Ting here just to mitigate the Freya pushback. But I don't even really use the Freya pushback in the beginning. I don't use her S3 in the beginning anymore. I almost always use her S2, especially against turn 2, because sometimes they bramble and then you get that extra defense up for your whole team and it's very helpful. So let's watch this game. Okay, so my Freya goes first, of course. I cut here, and then I CC the entire team. What do I do here? I continue to CC the entire team because I wanted more damage on Heinrich and stuff like that because my Nivette is on sword 7. Okay, Lilium attacks my Messiah. Messiah is dead. But at this point, it's GG already because I have Jackal and I need to kill the Lilium, which I do. Boom. Dead, and then tries to reset me here. But at this point, it doesn't matter because everybody CC'd. I kill Heinrich, I killed the Ting, and that's GG's. Very good game against Marin right there. 2 more games to go over, guys. So we have this game against Lust here. So pre-bans Nahor, bro. I don't even have Nahor yet, but anyway, he bans Nahor. Pre-bans Nahor. And he goes first. So he picks Raymary, of course, Plume, Mio, Freya. He locks the Lilium. He goes first, right? So he locks the Lilium first to counter my CC. So what do? I lock the Freya because if I go first and I push him back and I Jackal Guard and push him and kill his Lilium, it doesn't really matter. Then I pick Heinrich for the buff block and stuff like that and the extra strip, right? In case somebody here has Bulwark and also the extra debuffs to push them back with Freya's passive. Okay, so then he picks Aya and Lowen. Okay, not a big deal. Lowen is not that big of a deal if you play CC because if you CC here, she's not going to do anything anyway. And I also have two strippers here. Because I have two strippers, even if she's on Bulwark, it would not matter. I will most likely CC her anyway. And then I decided to pick Mari at the end here because I was losing some other games because I kept forgetting to pick a second CC. Because I picked the second CC here, if he banned Mio or if he banned Mari, it didn't really matter. It was pretty much GG's at this point, as long as this character Sylph, who's also pretty annoying, doesn't cleanse everything. Okay, Doki is the best cleanser right now, super duper annoying, so I still rather ban the Doki and deal with Aya, deal with Sylph and stuff like that. Okay, so I go first, of course. I have the Freya, S2 here, push everybody back. Okay, Jackal on the Lilium. Unfortunately, no crit there. But I have the CC here, push everybody back. So he S3'd here. I'm not too sure if he should have S1. But it's still okay. Cool, so my Mari actually did not get taunted, which actually helped me win the game because of Freya. I push everybody back. I decided to CC them again because I did not want Sylph going. And you guys know you can't CC Lowen anymore, but it doesn't really matter at this point. His Lowen doesn't do any damage. I was kind of confused why she didn't do any damage at this point, but my chat told me that she had defense down, so she does literally no damage. So Plume just cooks all the defense scaling bruisers for like free, pretty much. Last game here against Excalibur. So I decided to Messiah cleave him, right? So he banned Freya. So ban Freya means what? He has some speed and he has pretty good speed. So he wants to contest without a Freya. So he goes first. He picks Ray. I pick Plume, Mio, because I know that I need Mio here because I was already planning to play Messiah this game. So I needed a CC'er and Lily wouldn't be able to push my Messiah up that far. But if Mio pushes them back or CCs them, Messiah will definitely get a turn. He locks Lilium on 2 here, which is also why I decided to lock Messiah on 3 because like I said, Messiah one-shots Lilium whether she's on Bloodbath or not. And then I decided to pick Suki, right? At this point, I'm fully committing the CC with here, CC from Mio, and then the cleave from Suki, Messiah Suki. He decides to pick Lowen, which is a terrible choice in my opinion, and the Ting. These two are both defense scaling characters. You guys know Messiah ignores like 70% defense. Not to mention, I have Plume here, who adds defense down, so they pretty much just get evaporated. And at this point, my last pick, I was like, fuck it, just let me play Bayo. If Messiah gets to go, I get an extra crit buff, crit damage buff from Bayo. If he doesn't get to go, I can pull him up anyway and pretty much one-shot this entire team. So Plume goes first, of course. So Mio here, I decided to freeze them, and it worked out. 3 of them are frozen, Messiah gets pushed up, and that's pretty much all she wrote. Damn, that felt good. Rewatching it, actually. Yeah, my win rate is pretty bad this season because I've been trolling a lot in the beginning. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys found this video helpful or enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Let me know, how is your season going? I'm just chilling in Diamond at the moment. There's really no rush. 51 days left, and I still don't have Mia Nahor, but I will get them at like the stream today, later on today after this video comes up. You guys know I stream every single night. If you guys don't tune into the stream because you're busy or whatever, no problem. I'll just see you guys in the next video. Bye.